Hello gamers, what's popping? So about 2 weeks ago, me and some friends made an alignment chart where we placed every single Dota hero and we recorded it. So I'm now in the middle of editing a whole series of episodes from that because it took a few hours to finish it, so I decided to divide it up in many episodes. But here is the result if you just want to see the result. Otherwise, keep watching for the development of it. And how we will do it is at the start of every hero, I will quickly say the lore, and then we will discuss where we put it based on the personality and energy of the hero. Thank you so much to two of my favorite Russians and one of the last maniacs who still plays Artifact, DukeBG, Yngvarr and SemperPie, for helping me out. Also, I apologize for the bad quality of the audio. I made sure that the volume was fine, but I didn't check that there was no background sound and all that stuff, so that's on me. But this was really fun to make, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoyed making it. So I got DukeBG.
Hi.
And SemperPie.
Hey, that's me.
And Yngvarr.
Yes, hello.
Okay, so first off, we got Abaddon.
Lawful neutral. That's the best way you can be, I feel like. He's basically a soldier that defends his family's name.
Yeah, it's definitely neutral and lawful because of the stuff they follow, right? In that in a community of Abaddons.
Yeah.
The fonts of Avernus, the Avernus house.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay, Alchemist. He blew up a mountain while trying to turn it into gold. So they imprisoned him for the damages caused, and then he met the big yellow ogre in the prison, and then they broke out together, and now they're basically just they're in the battle of Dota 2 to find ingredients so they can keep doing their alchemy and once again turn the mountain to gold. So they don't even care about like the ancient battle or anything, they just care about making gold.
Because of that, because he wants his precious shekels, I think he's more of a chaotic neutral. It's not like he's not really good or evil, but just like he stands on the middle ground of he doesn't care about the laws as long as he can, pretty much get money,
Yeah, he acts on his personal benefit. He only wants money. That's it. Yeah, I also think he's chaotic, but I don't know if like neutral or evil. I don't think he's evil. Yeah, it's probably neutral.
Yeah.
I was gonna say evil, cause like he's literally running around killing people to take like their ingredients, like their body parts. For his stuff.
I mean, that is kind of evil, yeah.
Our hero is killing everybody, so...
Well, evil is kind of
that's
subjective, because in this term it's more like the maliciousness of it. With him, it's more of like, oh, this is this is for money, basically. That's his goal, It's not more about taking like the life of someone.
Yeah, I think evil is when they enjoy like the actual act of being evil. So I think neutral fits better.
Yeah, you're right. Next up is, Ancient Apparition, and his lore is basically just that he is cold incarnate. He's basically heat death. I'm not gonna go into exactly what that means. That's gonna take a while for this video. He's basically
in layman's terms, he's an old being that's existed for a very long time, and this is only a fraction of his power that came from the cold of the void. That's basically what he is, essentially.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have any sides. I think he's pretty much like a true neutral, pretty much. He just kind of exists. He's just kind of
Yeah, I
there.
agree.
Yeah, I don't think there's any debate on that.
yeah, boy, anti-mage. Now his story is basically that his people was slain by the army of the dead god, and now he's trying to like kill all magic users.
Definitely lawful because he's enforcing the law, especially in the artifact lore. He's a law officer working for the
Tyler Estate.
Yep.
Tyler State.
I think I disagree with that because no. Lawful good is more so like following the order, like it's more like a holy crusader that follows like the scriptures.
So
Anti-mage is a man who follows his own code. I mean. I think it's lawful evil in this. No, then.
Evil? Why would he be evil?
I don't know. I like anti-mage. I like anti-mage a lot. I don't think he's evil though. That's the thing.
I think he's neutral. He's not good. Like he doesn't care. Like if he sees magic, he just wants to kill it, right? I don't think that's good.
I actually thought immediately neutral good. Like I don't see how he's necessarily lawful, because he doesn't really follow any rules. He's like if somebody who would follow the
But I
rules
mean,
wouldn't.
he works for Tyler Estate, and they probably have some set of rules,
was-
right?
Yeah, but he's
He
he's an
also,
assassin hired by them, and he
Yeah, he
originally
was
was
hired
just.
by it.
Whenever I get an anti-mage on my team, if it's not like if it's me, I'm super happy because I love playing him. But if it's another person, like they're definitely evil.
I don't think
They take all the
this
farm.
guy-
Like people who play anti-mage, are they usually evil or good?
They're super selfish.
Arc Warden, which is basically when the Dire and the Radiant was created, they were part of like this big primordial mind, and then it shattered and created the universe. And Arc Warden is a third fragment who is much weaker than the Dire and the Radiant, who initially imprisoned them and sent them into space, where they caught the orbit of the Dota 2 planet, and then they landed on the planet and like made the Dota 2 battle happen. It's super simplified, but that's basically what it is.
I think that's chaotic good.
I'm not sure, but Chaotic is literally enforcing the law about the ancients. He wants to put them into place. So that's maybe lawful.
Yeah, but is that a law though? I think he just wants to fix what has been broken, right? And he doesn't care what action it takes, right? He just wants to do it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, probably I can see that.
Okay, yeah, boy, Axe. Axe is
Ooh.
basically he's an Oglodi who became part of the Oglodi army called the Red Mist, and then in order to rise in ranks, he just basically killed everyone above him until he became the only member left, which made him the general. And then he started going on adventures instead because he got bored. So he's like traveling around finding things for his bard to write about.
Chaotic stupid. Chaotic to the max, and he's not really trying to do anything good, so... Chaotic
Yeah, or evil.
Yep,
He's kind of
yep,
neutral,
yep.
yeah.
I don't know, I think he's kind of good. You know, like
How
his...
is it he killed all of his.
He killed all of his own clans, didn't care about them. That's not lawful. That's not good at all.
Okay, but people change, okay? In his comic, like he's seeking out evil people to take them down.
He does that so he could make a name for himself for the book. That,
Okay, true.
right.
Okay,
I think he's chaotic evil.
Yeah, I agree.
straight up.
He's the chaotic evil.
Yeah.
He is the living nightmare from a goddess that had a really bad dream, basically.
People who play him are definitely evil. Okay, so Bat Rider, he's from the Yalmaraskov jungle, and he got caught by a bat, and then he killed the bat mid-air, but then he wanted to fly again, so he sought out the cave that contained all the bats, and then ever since he has been flying on bats.
Definitely chaotic. I'm not sure about
Chaotic,
the...
definitely chaotic. He's not good either. He's
I mean-
either neutral or evil at this part.
He's an
Oh.
arsonist, he's evil.
That's not necessarily evil. Like, fires can be good for the nature when there's like a brush of leaves. If there's not gonna be a fire, there's gonna be more ecological problems. So
Yeah,
fire
that's
is not
true.
necessarily evil.
Yeah, Beastmaster, he basically grew up in the king's palace, raising the king's animals. And then one of the animals was like a super special animal that like wanted to be freed, but the king didn't listen, didn't set it free. And then the animal was like telepathically talking to Beastmaster, and like they got a bond and stuff, but then the animal died. And so Beastmaster went berserk and let all the animals out, and then the king was assassinated. And then he went out into the woods and became a vegan.
I think Beastmaster is a chaotic good character.
Why chaotic?
He's more like a rebel type of character, which this alignment like definition kind of pretty much describes him. So basically, I mean, he does like protect nature in a way, but does so with his own law and the best of his ability.
Mm-hmm.
And that ability is, with his animals.
That sounds good, actually.
Wow.
Mm.
I agree that he's good.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
if he follows his own moral compass, which although good may not agree with that of society, and he's a beastmaster. He's away from society.
I don't know. I agree with good, but I'm kind of thinking neutral good instead. I don't see him as particularly chaotic or particularly lawful.
Yeah, I agree with the neutral good. I mean,
Neutral good?
chaotic good would act in the moment, and he doesn't really act in the moment that much.
So where he's from, his people worships these gods called the Flayed Twins, which need a lot of blood, and how they acquire it is by Bloodseeker running into battle, slaying people, and then his weapons and armor like absorbs the blood and sends it to them. And if he doesn't, then the Flayed Twins will consume his people, so he has to.
Definitely evil.
Evil, but does he actually want to though? Is he bloodthirsty himself, or is it just for his gods?
He kills people without the regards of what good it will be for society, so that's probably very evil.
I think it's more lawful evil than following orders.
Yeah. He basically, that's really good point.
I agree. But okay, so I was thinking about some heroes earlier, like trying to get like a overlook of like what the map might end up looking like. And for example, Omni Knight, I immediately thought lawful good. And then he would be like the opposite of Bloodseeker. But they're actually pretty much the same. The only difference is that Omni Knight looks like he's a good person, but he also killed people in the name of his god. So how would you compare Omni Knight and Bloodseeker? Would you put them in the same, or are they actually different?
I would put Omni into neutral.
I would put Omni in lawful good. He's like classic Dungeons and Dragons paladin.
Yeah, but how is he different from Bloodseeker then?
I think Bloodseeker has like thirst for blood and all that stuff, and he actually enjoys killing, while Omni Knight is more of he does it as a chore. He has to do it.
Yeah.
Omni Knight does heal people. Healing is good. Killing is bad.
Bloodseeker can also heal with his Q.
Yeah, but that requires killing.
Yeah, true.
I mean, the context within what Omni Knight does for killing is for like, I guess it's for the greater good. That's what Chen is. But then with the main purpose of Bloodseeker is just to fetch blood for the gods, so the ones he serves.
Yeah, but it is to save his people. If he doesn't give them blood, the gods will kill his people. But I guess I get what you're saying, because in his voice lines, he does say some things about thirsting for blood. So yeah. Okay, bounty hunter. He's from an unknown species. He speaks an unknown language. He was an orphan raised by somebody, but like his backstory is really, everyone disagrees on it because there's so many rumors about what he is. But what everybody knows is that he's an infamous bounty hunter that travels around taking down people. Basically anyone. If you pay enough money, he will take down anyone.
Sounds like chaotic neutral to me.
Yeah, chaotic neutral.
Yeah, chaotic neutral.
Brewmaster, he's basically from a place where the biggest art and the biggest achievements you can do is to brew good beer or something. Am I wrong? And then he's like the best brewmaster out of everyone, and that's why he's called Brewmaster. And he's also half celestial, and a celestial is the type of god that Storm Spirit, Earth Spirit, Void Spirit, and Ember Spirit, basically what the spirits that merged with either a human or a statue or whatever, those are celestials, and Brewmaster's father was one of those.
I feel like he's either neutral good or chaotic good. I don't know which one, because like he doesn't even know when he like gets really drunk. He releases the spirits, and he cares. He just cares about good beer. That's all he cares about.
Yeah.
That's all he cares about. Good beer and a good fight, probably.
I would put him in chaotic good.
Yeah, I don't see how he's neutral or evil.
Yeah.
Being drunk and fighting is definitely chaotic.
Maybe neutral, I don't know. But good, I mean, look at his face. He's so cute and good.
Okay, Bristleback. Basically, his backstory is that he worked as an enforcer at the tavern, and then somebody didn't pay their tab, so there was a huge fight, and he got beat up. And now he's like trying to train and get better at fighting so he can one day find that one person and beat him up back. And that one person is Tusk. I don't know. I don't think he's evil, and I don't think he's good.
Yeah. I think he's either chaotic good or neutral good in that sense then.
I would honestly maybe put him like, I would put him here, I think. Because he's like, I think he's lawful because like he worked as an enforcer. Fair enough, like it was so he could beat people up when they didn't pay their tabs, but he was like following rules.
Doesn't he constantly break rules in the tavern most of the time though?
Yeah, he also breaks rules to fight a lot, so probably neutral good maybe.
Good though? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm looking at true neutral.
Think
I don't
of
think
your...
he's good.
You don't think he's good?
Nah.
Think of the average Bristleback player. Is there anyone more true neutral? The average Bristleback player like they have like 90 IQ. They like heroes that are tanky so they can think more before they feed. They don't like they're not like evil or good. They just want to play Dota and not feed. And like be safe, but not like they will also get mad if you tell them to do something. So like they're not chaotic, they're not lawful, they're not good, they're not evil, they're just true neutral. Okay, Broodmother. Basically, she's from this mountain where she like raised her spiderlings, and then there was this guy who made like his house on top of the mountain so that she would protect him from like the people who would attack him by killing like people who came to the mountain to get into his
Basically,
house.
she's a giant spider. That's all she is. She's just a giant spider.
Yeah, but like, and then the thing is, for some reason, I can't remember, but for some reason she decided to like travel beyond the mountain to like find new food for her spiderlings or something.
Yeah. She also had a love fling with Monkey King.
Oh yeah.
I remember that.
Oh yeah, that. I don't know. How does that even work?
Monkey King can transform. You know.
Oh.
Who
Okay.
knows? Let's see.
Damn.
Where do I put Broodmother though? That's kind of tough. Actually.
Okay, so think of a crazy obsessed mother. What would she be?
Maybe like a neutral good. Nah,
Yeah,
I don't think
good.
she's neutral good.
Why do you see her as good?
Because all she cares about is more, of her babies. That's all she cares about, her children.
Yeah, but she doesn't care like other people in any way. Like,
Yeah, because they're food.
So not good. She would need to care about other people to be good. If she cares only about her own children, that's not enough to be good.
Then what is that then if you care about your children more than other people?
I don't know, I think she's kind of evil, because I remember... Hold on, let me look this up so I don't give false information. There's one story about Broodmother where... Let me find it. Okay. Once, an unnamed blacksmith wandered into Black Arachnia's lair. Fearing for his life, he begged the Broodmother to spare him, and in return, he would craft her a set of armor. Blah 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 blah, she said okay, and he did it. He made the armor. Satisfied, Black Arachnia upheld her promise and set the blacksmith free, only to watch him be eaten alive by her spiderlings. She's evil!
Yeah.
No.
That's
Okay.
evil, okay. I mean, killing the blacksmith was an act of evil.
It was an act of evil, but it's to protect, her children.
And I mean, she also upheld her promise to the blacksmith very specifically to the word, so maybe that's even lawful evil.
Okay, so that's it for this part. I will be releasing these over the coming weeks. One episode here, one episode there, if you like them. Let me know what you think in the comments, if you disagree with any of our decisions, and I'll see you around. Peace.